I know I've said I'm tired before, but I'm like legitimately tired this time. Could I just have a pass?
You just missed your cue.
That's my point, because I was up all night.
With what?
Googling.
Googling what?
Khloe Kardashian and the cheating rumors.
What, is she cheating on someone?
No, she is seconds away from giving birth, and her baby daddy cheated on her, and they have video of it. And I'm very taken in about it. Hey, just because it's a surprise doesn't mean it's very tragic. And
I was being sarcastic. That's not at all a surprise. Big news we can use. Somebody else pregnant by another person, man, another baby. I can't, you know?
Wow. That's very anti-female of you.
Is it?
Yes.
Have sex all you want. Put on a sing-sing. All right, here we go.
A sing-sing? Isn't that a jail?
Yes.
Oh,
Lock it down.
Dun, 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 dun. Womp up the jams, womp it up. If you've got a penis, put it in a sleeve. It could be made of lambskin or plastic or any kind of other thing, or maybe use a dental dam.
You
can use a dental dam.
You could use a dental dam to protect against STDs, but you don't want to use it to protect against,
Well, probably would work in a pinch.
Conception.
You probably would work in a pinch.
It would not work in a pinch unless it was incredibly long.
If you put, let's say in a total
Those
pinch,
are also a little thicker.
The dental dams are? I picture them just like having
is hitting a parachute wall. Okay. Getting pulled back out again. That's not.
You're right. And that's
also, don't use a Ziploc. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Don't use a Ziploc. Guys, go to the store
and get something.
Buy
Do you
a
think
proper
people are really using
condom.
that?
I know for a fact that people have used that. Mostly middle schoolers.
You don't want to also use a Ziploc that has one of those blue and green make yellow seals, because that could really chafe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Pinch your D.
Right.
Okay.
You don't want to use a parchment paper either, like a parchment paper that you put, like what you would roast a grilled veg on.
Right. Please don't use that. Also, don't use press and seal. Okay?
Can I ask you something?
Let's do it again.
Could I just ask you something
Let's
before
do it
we
one
go?
more
Can I
time.
just ask you one question? Oh, my God.
What?
When you got pregnant with August Wilson, were
Yes.
you using protection?
No. I was intentionally trying to create a child with the man that I loved.
Which was whom?
I can't share that information. I'm not coming at you with the backdoor information here.
Did he? That's what Khloe Kardashian said.
Okay.
Because I'm not making a joke about it. My point is, did he cheat on you? Why did it break up? We've never asked.
Okay. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Womp up the jams, womp it up. You can run, but you can't hide, listener, because I'm going to crack open your heart like a salty sunflower seed. I'm going to prise apart the shell and tease out the salty center.
That's what she said. All right? What are you listening to?
What's up, Wopsters? My name is Marissa Wompler. I don't know how old I am. I am currently a senior at Marina Del Rey Public High School. This is my podcast project, my senior podcast project for the STARS Academy, which is an alternative learning program that I'm a part of. Taught by Charlotte Shardog Listler.
Turn around.
To my... Hey, Chip!
Hey, turn around.
We have been obsessively watching, what is it called?
Step routines.
Step routines.
Yes.
And they are fierce.
Very fierce.
Fierce.
Love step dancing. Not Irish step dancing, although I do love that as well. But what I'm talking about specifically is the step dancing that comes out of the African American community and largely a lot of the historically black colleges.
Yep. They all wear matching hats and dresses, and it is just very fierce.
It is very fierce.
So do yourself a favor, but that's why I went, HU, because they'll do something like that if it's like Howard University. We digress.
We do.
So anyway, this is my senior podcast project, and I'm interviewing people in the environs at the high school, in the community.
That's right.
Just to see, what makes Marina Del Rey tick. What makes it so special.
Yeah.
And I put out an APB, actually, an all-points bulletin to see if anybody in the community had a gripe a bone to pick, you know, because what I was noticing with a lot of the shock jocks.
We have a whole segment about what's bothering people.
No, I understand that, but I wanted to really start to stir things up, stir the pot.
Got it.
Our last guest, who was the conflict resolution teacher, got me thinking.
Sure.
Like, that's electric, right?
Right. Well, it was full of conflict.
That's right. So
nothing was resolved.
So I thought to myself, let's see if there's anybody who needs a forum.
So you ran out and you were like, who's got beef? Who's got beef? And you found our next guest.
Well, I ran out into the hallway during the changing of periods, and I did scream, who's got beef?
And 4 fights broke out.
Yes. And also, somebody threw a frozen hamburger patty at me.
Yes.
And what I want to know is why that kid's carrying around frozen beef in his backpack. Apparently, he's selling it.
Yeah.
Like he's got excess or some black market beef. I don't know. But that actually that really fucking hurt. So be careful.
Yeah.
I don't want people to do that at home.
A frozen beef slider.
You got to
just came at Frisbee style at your head.
But if you're going to scream, who's got beef? You know, I don't.
Yeah.
Again, he wanted to know if I wanted to buy some. But somebody stepped forward who I was not aware of at school. His name is Ken Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, and he actually passed a note to you because he wanted to make sure he didn't come in hot. He came in very steady. I think he's got a pretty great argument. And
he's pretty pissed. Now, you might have just thought I said Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is a very, very well-known composer. He's soon to be an actor,
singer,
a creator of and star of Hamilton.
Yes.
That's not who we're having on. We're having Ken Manuel Miranda. Now, you might think to yourself,
Dick Van Dyke.
Right. And I've got a problem with that trailer. I don't need to see that guy chasing after a kite for 60 minutes. Why don't you show me fucking Mary Poppins?
Right.
But anyway, you might think to yourself, Ken, maybe this is Lynn's brother. And he's going to share some insight about what it's like to be the brother of a famous person. That's not it at all. But this is all leading up to why this guy is so fucking pissed. Right? Because you have absolutely no connection to him. Is that correct?
Thank you for that intro.
Welcome to the show, Ken.
My life sucks.
Oh no.
Ken.
Look, I think I'm just happy to be on and be able to talk about it.
Well, I'm happy to have you on. You do seem clinically depressed.
I wasn't always like this, but the last couple of years have been really tough.
Yeah.
Since everyone's like wearing Hamilton shirts and
Singing it, 1776.
Everyone's excited about every freaking Hamel drop that happens every month. And
every what?
Every month the Hamel drop.
What's a Hamel drop?
Every
Does
month
that have to do with Mark Hamill?
Every month, Leonard Manuel Miranda puts out a new song that is connected to Hamilton.
Who's Leonard?
Well, that's what I call Lin-Manuel Miranda because I'm trying to distinguish.
Is that?
I don't know. I don't know what his real name is.
Because I wondered, is Lin short for Leonard?
I don't think so.
In the community, in the Latino community?
Isn't it L-I-N, right?
I don't know how it's spelled, but I call him Leonard Manuel Miranda.
Well, I can tell you something. He would never become famous if his name was Leonard Manuel Miranda.
Well, I wish he wasn't famous now. I wish he would change his name.
Wow.
You want him to change his name.
Well, here's the thing. I already had to change my name because...
Why is that?
Well,
because you don't seem... What is your ethnicity?
You're not Puerto Rican.
I don't know. I did a 23andMe and it came back and said, we don't know.
Oh, okay.
It said,
wait, what do you mean,
mutt.
indeterminate?
It said mutt.
That doesn't seem correct.
That's not kind.
Yeah. Well, it was for dogs, but I did it.
No.
23andMe for dogs?
Yeah.
Well, no, definitely you can do that, but that's not going to... Dog saliva and
the dog
human
one
saliva...
was cheper on Amazon, so I bought
But you're not a dog, man.
I know, but DNA's DNA. So...
I don't know anything about science. We've done very little scientific experiments. But I don't think we share DNA with dogs, do we? I know that birds became dinosaurs.
We're all mammals.
Well, we are all mammals.
We feed our babies with milk
mammals.
from teats.
That's true.
But I don't think we should. Anyway, so, okay.
True.
So it didn't know what I was. But the reason my last name is Manuel Miranda because my mom remarried. And she made me change my name. So that's when I became.
What were you before this?
It wasn't better.
What was it?
Sadman.
Oh, no.
I was Ken Sadman.
You know, that's interesting. Like, you always think about what people's last names come from. You know, in medieval times, if you were the baker, maybe your last name was Baker. Or, you know, they didn't have that many people in their little community.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm thinking to myself, did Ken come from an extremely long line of sad people?
Actually, that's true because do you remember the Debbie Downer sketch from Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
Horribly offensive and racist to sad men from history.
I see.
so
There's a stereotype of sad men.
Because her last name was Downer.
Yeah,
and
that's
she
right.
actually was probably part of that lineage.
Just to perpetuate that stereotype that anyone with that last name is always sad is like very hard for people who have those last names
But
and come from that line.
When
see.
you were named Ken Sadman, were
Yeah.
you as sad as you are now?
No, that's the
okay.
irony of it.
Okay.
Right.
Only when I became Ken Manuel Miranda
Did it
That's when my life
change?
went to shit.
Well, you had a couple good years, right? Before Lynn came onto the scene hot and fresh.
Well, when he was just doing like In the Heights and no one gave a shit.
no big deal.
NBD.
NBD. That's
Right.
when. What does that mean?
No big deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was fine. And were you aware of him at the time or no?
Well, yeah, because I would Google my name, and
People would think it was a slip.
That's right, and so it was happening a lot that
I
I was
see.
getting like.
Now, can I just ask quickly about your mom? Was
Yeah.
it like a Karate Kid situation? Like you moved with your mom from Jersey to Cali, and then once she was here, you got involved in theater sports, and she married someone, and then a Latino man?
Karate Kid's about a guy who trains with a old karate
Asian
master.
master.
Well, that's what happens later in the film.
Just so you
the
know,
part
Listler
that is my
Listler
favorite
has
of
said
that
this
movie
very many times because
is the single mom aspect of it.
that's absolutely right. But now,
Single mom,
because as we've said,
fending for her son,
Ralph
trying to
Macchio-
give him a better life. She got a job out here.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
well,
you
what's
know?
the mom's deal? Yeah, because Ralph Macchio, as you know, is part
Right.
owner of the Jersey Mike's that you work at,
Right.
Or not barter
not the
with.
real Ralph Macchio, though.
No, the real one. What's his name? The actor. He's part owner.
It isn't that Ralph Macchio.
It's a different Ralph Macchio?
Yeah.
Then why do they have his signed picture up?
because he came in there once.
Oh, God, it's very confusing.
Yeah.
That's very
I think
confusing.
it's actually his son or something. I'm not sure. I don't deal with them.
We're going to dig deep because, Ken, I got to be honest with you. Like, when you were coming in here with a gripe, I thought it was going to be bigger than this because this is like.
This is his whole life. How is it?
I'm
not how-
screwed
so.
forever.
Well, are we screwed because
Unless-
we're saying we're screwed, or are people actually?
I have a petition online that I'm trying to get people to sign to force
He's not
Lin-Manuel
going to
Miranda
do that.
legally
He's
to
not gonna
change
do.
his
Why?
name.
Why should he do something
Because
like that?
he should change his name because he's already famous, and so he could
Do you
call himself
also
anything.
But you're-
want to be a musical theater composer and star?
Well, I've written a number of theatrical
Well,
pieces.
that is tough.
Okay.
Why can't
Well,
you
you're in the
change
same
your
business.
name?
I already changed it once.
Well, but that wasn't your choice.
I'm hearing a lot of
true.
excuses. I'm hearing a lot of excuses.
I just don't think-
Listen, this is a safe space, obviously, but also you got to bring, an authentic self to the table, but we've got to be willing to look at ourselves and what is our responsibility in
Yeah.
this, right, Liz?
That's right.
Okay?
So because he's famous, I have to change my name.
Possibly. We're
I
gonna
don't
have
want
to
to
look
live in
into
that world. I don't want to live
What,
in
he's
that
gonna
world.
kill himself?
Famous people get to do whatever they want because they're famous. That's not a good place to be.
I'm just saying, it's going to fall on deaf ears. So is this effective? Is this going to be effective? A use of your time?
You could
So
also
you're saying
go
I need
by.
to think of another way to stop the spread of Lin-Manuel Miranda?
I don't listen.
Maybe I should write a
if my
musical
mom-
that's really about myself and how awesome I am, and I pretend that it's about forefathers so that people don't see
Okay.
that it's like, I'm just writing because I'm running out of time. This narcissist who won't change his name and makes a whole musical about
Ken,
himself.
you're bringing a
He
lot of
pretends to be a
shade to
founding
Lin-Manuel
father.
Miranda. Oh, shit. So that's what's really
you do
happening.
also have a beef.
You got a beef with him.
with the hype.
That's
the
right.
hype surrounding him. That
Mm-hmm.
he's not all.
I just think everyone drank the Kool-Aid on
God.
Leonard.
Yeah.
And
Okay, there's going to be a lot of fans of Hamilton that are listening to our podcast. I actually have not seen it.
Someone close to me told me that their review of it was just a bunch of people picking up chairs and moving them to a different place. No,
that's not wrong.
That's not musical
And they're all
theater.
dressed the color of cardboard.
Well, I don't like
on
that.
a set that looks like cardboard.
Can I say,
if you put a bunch of boxes in front of a bigger box, that would be Hamilton.
Now, recently, my stepdad brought my youngest half sibling, Castaway, to see Aladdin at the Pantages Theater, and I went.
I would argue that child was too young to see a live
That's correct.
production.
And
How old?
She really flipped out.
She's like two
and a half.
something.
Yeah, she really flipped out. But I actually
Like
went.
in fear?
Yes, because there's a lot of scary shit that happens there, you know, a lot of genies coming to life. But at any rate, I actually went along.
Is she a racist 2-year-old?
No, what are you talking about?
Well, because in that production of Aladdin, the genie is just a black man. So I don't know what she was afraid of.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not touching a lot of what he's saying because I don't know where
He's saying
coming
what's there
at.
to be afraid of.
I'm not
I
saying
just think
he's
a real-
afraid of a
not
black
a real
man singing.
genie.
I understand in the
There were
They
indoor
go in the
fireworks.
original
There were
Aladdin,
indoor
the genie
fireworks.
was a blue specter.
Yeah.
So that would be terrifying.
One could
Yes,
argue
that is true.
that depiction of the genie was much more racist than anything that's ever been in a
He's
Disney
not
movie.
saying this choice to make
Right.
the genie black
Okay.
was racist. He's
No.
saying
I'm thinking the
if
2-year-old
a two
might
and
be.
a half year old is afraid of a black man,
I am out
then
of my
maybe
depth
that's
here.
your baby,
Can I just
the baby's
take
problem.
a brief pause for a second? Listen, I don't think I'm prepared for this. I'm not Rush Limbaugh. I don't know how to manage these I feel like I'm treading into political waters.
What are you talking about?
Lin-Manuel
How is this
Miranda is so
political?
powerful. He can have a shutdown.
Scientology or something?
Yes. Suddenly I wake up, and someone's cut my vocal cords and I can't speak anymore. No one's allowed to say bad shit about him.
I don't think that's true.
That is true.
You're not saying it.
You say that at a cocktail party? I've never been invited to one, but I can only imagine. And everyone's like, oh, I just saw Hamilton. I cried. Everyone's posting their tear-stained faces after seeing it. Even traveling productions. And I say, someone says something like, oh, I don't really care for it. I mean, that's it. You clear out that room. It's like if you let out a big-ass fart at the buffet table.
Yeah.
And people just say, I got to get out of here. That's what it's like. And I am afraid of where
feel
this
like we're
is going
gonna-
to go.
Okay,
Yes.
well, you got to follow it. You got to follow the flow.
Did you say fart? Because I actually have a musical that I've written based on Benjamin Franklin. And I don't know if you've read his book Fart Proudly, but I took that.
What?
Benjamin Franklin wrote a book called Fart
He
Proudly.
really did?
Yes. And
God, he was so prolific. He really makes me feel bad about myself.
And much more important than Alexander Hamilton. So I wrote a musical about Benjamin Franklin, and all of the music is beatboxing.
Which is farts coming out of people's butts?
Well,
That's
no,
the
out
sound?
of their mouths.
Right, but is
Fart
it supposed
noise is
to
kind of
be
like-
fart?
Like that kind of backdrop, and then everyone kind of raps with Benjamin Franklin and the other founding fathers, but they look like they're supposed to look. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about they're not wearing
Brown
masking
cardboard.
tape clothes. They're wearing
Well, I don't.
clothes.
My
that you would
point
wear.
about Aladdin was that when I go to see a Broadway musical, I want to see tight bodies. I want to see people who can dance in a character shoe. I don't want to see, just like Joe Schmo off the street who's wearing a bunch of cardboard. You know what I mean? If you're not showing me skin, then I'm missing something.
Well, some people go for the voices. Some people go for when they go to see, say, Hamilton. They maybe they're trying to access some sort of a rap skill.
I don't know, ma'am. It's just not for me.
That's another problem that I have with Hamilton is that it's made a lot of people think that they can rap, and most people can't rap.
Believe me, I have to do it every time
You're
we do
good
this
at it.
podcast. Well, thank you, but I mean that's not. I didn't just.
Crowd around, everybody.
We should go to a break.
Is this
I
you?
thought you were gonna make. This isn't me, Ken. I thought you were gonna make Ken rap. I'd love to hear some of Fart Proudly though before we get so Ken, if you want to just start preparing because I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay, but one of you will have to do the beatboxing.
That's fine. I'm ready
'cause
for
I
that.
can't rap and beatbox at the same
I
time.
can do it out of my butt. And I will. That's what Khloe Kardashian said. Oh, why do I keep making that joke? It doesn't make any sense, and also I feel
doesn't.
really bad
I thought you
for
were on her side.
I am. I don't hate women like you.
Come on, man.
We'll be back.
I came to rock when my legs start.
Who is
My head
this?
starts to bump.
Dougie Fresh.
But I catch you quick. And from that point,
We'll be right back with more Womp It Up.
ask all the boys. I am the one and only
Hey, Wompsters, do you ever wonder what it's like to be in showbiz?
From the inside. Hollywood Handbook is your insider's guide to kicking butt and dropping names in the red carpet-lined back hallways of this industry we call showbiz.
This is going to be really helpful for me. It's a podcast right here at Earwolf. Check it out in your podcast app.
Every week, hosts Sean Clements and Hayes Davenport, great name, have a great premise for the show that they definitely spend a ton of time on and don't figure out right before the recording.
Sounds a lot like us. The show is so accessible and famously only takes about 15 episodes to really get it.
They bring on their good friends like Claudia O'Doherty, Tawny Newsome, and Nick Weiger.
And the very, very good-looking girls Jessica St. Clair and Lennon Parham.
To talk about movies going viral again and parody other podcasts, possibly this one.
Check out Hollywood Handbook and subscribe in your favorite podcast app like Apple Podcast or Stitcher.
Real quick. Moments of love. No. Well, do bring the pain. Go ahead. All right.
What is this?
This is a fresh beatbox.
It does sound like
This
farts.
sounds a lot like my show.
Oh, are you going to get pissed off that... Who is this?
The Roots.
You're going to be pissed off that the Roots stole your shit?
Maybe you think the Roots would want to work with me?
Ken,
Maybe.
you got to change your attitude if anyone's going to work with you because you're so down.
Well, they might be excited when they hear Manuel Miranda wants to work with them.
That's true. Hey,
Then
we
they
could turn
find
this
out.
around. We
Then
could
they'll
really
find
turn
out
this
it's
around.
Ken and they'll back out.
Ken,
No, you could change your name, not change your name fully, but just go by like KM or something.
that's nice. KM Miranda.
KM Miranda. Yeah.
KM Miranda?
Yeah.
That's
an
nice.
interesting idea.
Ken, I just feel like how
It sounds
much...
like a company that makes like Scotch tape.
That's right. Yes. Good.
And it does. It kind of does, but I don't mind that. It sounds consistent, holding it together, you
Ken,
know.
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Your bedroom that you live in with now you have other siblings.
Yeah.
You have your own room?
I do have my own room.
Are they half or are they steps?
They're all what's the difference between half and steps?
It's either they were already like
Oh, I see.
your
They're all
father's children
steps.
prior
There's
to
2 steps and then me.
Okay, so they haven't had any children together, your mother and Mr.
No, that's
Manuel
right.
Miranda.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Your bedroom is what I'm imagining is like the bedroom of what like a serial killer would look like. Lots of pictures of Lynn with his face X'd out. Is that what
I see.
like a lot of red strings, leading to, different articles, linking to different articles? What is that?
That's very dark.
Okay. I'm
No.
glad that we're not
All
at
I've
that
done
level.
is taken I took the Hamilton poster.
Yeah.
Right? And you know how on the top of the star it's Lynn?
Yeah.
That's in my room that's me. I remade it. So
To
it's
draw
me with
your
my
face.
fist in the air.
Okay.
What's a silhouette
Okay, got it.
of me? And he doesn't even look like a star. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I haven't
it's supposed to be the top of a star, but it looks like Lin-Manuel Miranda. And
I see.
and so I did my hands in a V so it actually looks like a star.
Okay.
Which is what it's supposed to be.
Okay, and then that's the only thing you've got going in there.
Well, yeah. And then other pictures of him that I've just kind of put my face on.
Yeah, that's a little creepy, right? Because what I'm thinking is, Ken, you're not dating anybody currently, are you?
Not right now, no.
Okay, because let's imagine, if you will, that you're dating somebody and you
Okay.
bring them home to your bedroom for a makeout session, and they're making out, and they look over to your bedside table, and there's a picture of Lin-Manuel Miranda with your face on it at, let's say, the red carpet premiere. Maybe he's standing next to
Drama Desk Awards.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it's just your face on the top of Lynn's body. What kind of message is that sending?
Well, if I'm making out with a girl in my room, then she's probably during dinner heard me talk about this.
See, that's what I'm
And so
saying.
she knows. She's been set up
Right.
to know And there's no way she's coming in my room unless she's like, "You're right. Leonard needs to change his name."
And right, and
Because why doesn't he go by Leonard MM?
how many
We're gonna start doing
girls?
initials.
Right, because he's older than you. He was
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda well before you were ever your name.
That's right.
So he gets dibs.
No,
Revert back to Ken Sadman. I mean, honestly, that's a tough name, but like
I
it's
can't
still
be Ken Sadman.
Why?
Why? That you were a better person than it sounds like. Now
No,
you're
but-
filled with so much rage, you don't have room in your life for love or anything else.
But if I go back to being Ken Sadman, people look at that and they see that name and they make these huge assumptions about you that are really bad.
Right, but then you show up joyful on a jump rope, and they're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
this guy isn't what I thought he was."
I can't jump rope.
See,
Is it-
there's
It
so
hurts
much I
my-
can't
It hurts
know.
my shins. It hurts
And
my shins.
Well,
it shouldn't hurt your shins when you're 14 years old, Ken.
The rope, no, not from jumping. The rope slaps into my
Ken,
shins.
come on. It's just like, I can't deal with this because here's the deal. People look at me, Ken. I'm shaped like an upside down muffin. I have alopecia, but enormous amount of hair on my nipples. There are so many. My voice has been likened to a
Yes.
screech owl.
Yes.
Meets, Owen Meany.
Owen Meany?
Yeah, from that John Irving novel where he had all that gravel.
but that's a novel.
That's right. What they imagine it. Cider House Rules.
But the movie was also, that movie was pretty good.
Whatever. The point is, no one would say this person deserves the amount of fame and fortune that I have right
Right.
now. Okay?
That's what I say about Leonard.
No, my point is, if I let those things be obstacles, I would never leave my Harry Potter bedroom.
Yeah.
You know what? I should spend more time with sad people because it makes me feel so much better about myself. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Just
Do you think it would be weird if I showed up at Leonard's house
Yes.
just to ask him directly if he would change his name? Because I haven't taken that approach. And I was reading online about how, like, just ways to better yourself.
Yeah.
And first it said, be direct about your issues.
What you
right?
want,
So I
right.
wrote down all of it, which was like it just was Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Right.
And then it said, make a plan to change it. And so I was like, you know what? I haven't
but
made a plan.
Right. But most of the time, we're talking about the plan being something that you can control
That's
about
right.
what you're
That's
doing.
right. That's right.
You cannot control the actions or the movements of,
Of
another
other people.
person.
We can only control ourselves.
That's right. And our reaction to other people.
God, I'd love
Right?
for a Yanla to fix this guy's life, right?
We should have a Yanla on here.
God, that'd be great. Because she would be like, stop telling that story.
Right.
Right? That sad story.
Your story currently is I cannot be myself because someone else is already being that person. Well, guess what? What happens if that's removed? Then you have to face the fact that you don't want to be yourself.
Because
do.
who are you?
So
you can't
either-
go back.
So you guys are saying I either have to change who I am
No.
or I have to deal with every single time I meet someone. I go, "Hi, I'm Ken Manuel Miranda," and they go,
That's tough.
"Wait, Lin-Manuel Miranda?"
That is
I
tough.
said, "No, Ken Manuel
That's
Miranda."
tough. And then, are you related to him?
Yeah.
So that is tough.
Half my life is talking about Leonard, who I don't like.
I wonder if there's an online support group for like women who are named Jennifer Lopez. You know, how about you're by accident named Barack Obama. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Donald Trump. You know, these are people. There's
Yeah.
nobody named Adolf Hitler. Thank God.
Maybe.
But what if there was?
Not maybe in Germany there are.
No, there isn't. There's
What
like
I
no
think I
Adolf.
should
In fact,
do
I think it's like against the law to
is
ever
just
name your kid that.
Go to the premiere of Mary Poppins and just see if
this
they'll let me
doesn't
in
sound
as
Just show up?
and think that I am Lin-Manuel Miranda because my
You
name
don't-
will be on a list.
But you are 16 years old. You
14.
You're right. That's not a good.
You don't
plan.
look anything like him.
right.
You're not a Latino man.
If it was a radio play,
You don't have a.
I'll tell you what you should start with before we do anything is getting rid of that light mustache.
what's wrong with my mustache?
It's so light. It looks like
Well,
a
it has to-
tiny
it's growing in.
caterpillar that's just emerged from a chrysalis. Is that what
not-
comes out of a chrysalis?
Do people not like caterpillars?
butterfly comes out.
Okay, well, you got to take that shit off.
Caterpillar creates a chrysalis.
Well, this one is like a fuzzy caterpillar
I
that
feel
needs
like
to
I'm in a
emerge as a
chrysalis. and
You
I
know
can't
what?
come out.
Break out then, bitch.
We totally skipped hot topics, but now it's time for what's cheesing you. And I'm honestly afraid to do this segment because
I mean, we're encouraging what we want to stop. What is going on with Hot Topics, though? Can I just ask you how you are?
Nope.
The live show is coming fast and furious.
It's already aired. It's definitely already aired.
Okay, well then this will be interesting, like Back to the Future. Is Kareem coming? Because Gutters has texted me and said he will be there.
Gutters has texted
Yes.
you and said he's going to be there?
Yep. And I said I didn't invite you. And you're not welcome. And I said, but if you want to come, just so you know, people are going to be bringing all sorts of heat on me with these prom proposals.
Okay.
So if I had to,
We asked for them and so far haven't gotten any submissions.
that's because people are working on them, refining them.
Okay, got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I said, listen, people might be pulling their dicks out in the audience. Like, you're going to have to deal with that. So he may fly into a rage. If I had to predict what's going to happen,
Again,
he's gonna
this will
fly
air
into a
after
jealous
that
rage.
airs.
Let's see what
So-
happens.
All right.
What do you think? Is Kareem coming?
I don't know.
You haven't heard from him at all.
I don't know.
You got a lot of blocks up.
I feel great about the way I'm living.
Yeah, compared to him. That's what I mean. Let's hang out with more sad people. Right?
So this is a segment called What's Cheesing You, where we talk about what's cheesing you? 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 What is cheesing you today? What is cheesing you today? Who? Hey, what's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you, Lynn? Manuel?
Is that what Hamilton's like?
I don't have any idea.
Kind of.
I've
Well,
never
that
seen
doesn't
it.
seem too hard. We should have already written a Broadway musical, you
Yeah,
know?
Womp Up the Jams. Womp It Up.
Ooh, that'd be
Womp
good.
It Up. Will you help us write Womp It Up, the Susicle?
Yeah.
Whopping up the jams on a Saturday night. Feeling so fresh and feeling so right. Gonna get my cream cheese in a Digiorno. Just kidding, Jersey Mike's for the porno. For the porno. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
fresh.
All right. So, what's cheesing you? Obviously, could be anything.
Yeah,
You know?
it doesn't have to be what we've already discussed. It could be as little as
I got a hangnail to what's up with the government. You know, it can be. Okay.
Okay.
What's cheesing me?
You.
What's cheesing me today? God, actually, I came in here. Well, what's cheesing me is men. Again, I've been doing a lot of man hating on what's cheesing you, but obviously, what's obsessing me right now is the Khloe Kardashian cheating scandal.
Yeah.
But what's cheesing me is
So who is this? What's her deal?
she's dating, or she's not married to him. She's dating this 27-year-old basketball star. Now, when she got together with him, he had a pregnant ex-girlfriend.
Got
so
it.
she should have known. But then, but she moved her life. That's the thing.
She moved to Houston or something?
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Like Karate Kid.
Is it LeBron James? Is that the baby daddy?
No, Tristan something or
Thompson.
other. Thompson. But here's the thing, the lesson for me is that you cannot give up your life for a man in the hopes that you can change him. I understand that Gutterballs is never going to give me the commitment that I need. So I need to change me
Got
and not
it.
wait for him to change.
Right. What are the things you want in your life right now?
So what's cheesing me is when a woman gives up everything in the hopes that this will change the man and then is left holding the bag.
Or in this case, the baby.
The baby. Exactly.
Does she already have children?
Nope.
Just the one that's
Just
currently
the one
in her body.
Yep. And she has always wanted to be a mother, so I'm glad for her to be doing that. But that's a bummer. So who am I mad at?
I don't know. Who are you mad at?
I don't know. Am I mad at the guy? Am I mad at the woman who lets herself be fooled? Am I mad at myself?
Are you mad at both of them? Can they share equal responsibility?
I don't know. But I'm cheesed, I guess, at myself that I've let myself do that for so long.
Uh-huh.
Because you know what? Much like Lynn, sorry.
Oh my God.
Ken.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
You stepped right into that one.
But you know what I'm just realizing as I'm doing my cheese is that I have been using gutters as an excuse to
Yep,
not.
yep,
That's an aha moment.
Uh-oh.
That's a tweetable moment.
Yep.
Okay? I've been using him as an excuse to not fall in love.
Right.
So I'm going to let somebody sweep me off my feet. But to do that, I got to stop doing the same thing over and over again.
And correct.
All right. Let's hope I do that next week. Let's hope.
All right, here's what's cheesing me, and then we'll get right to
Yeah.
you, KM.
Thank you.
My cats found me.
That shouldn't be what's cheesing you.
Well, it is. Okay?
Why?
Because, I guess Aguilera said it best. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, that's how you know. But I went into the park. I got into it with that ranger. I released my cat army. I had a cat army that I was using for good, obviously.
You fucked up that guy's ride.
And they found me. They came back to me. They crossed multiple highways.
Whoa.
In order to get back into my loving clutches. And I can't blame them. I mean, they've never had it so good. A bunch of feral cats that I've been trained.
And as I said,
Yes.
are they still feral if you've trained them? Because I was uncomfortable with
They're
you letting them
feral
loose.
with everybody else except for me.
Well, then they're not feral. They've been tamed by you.
They're feral. Did you hear what I said? They're feral. They're filled with female rage, okay? And that is feral, okay? It's not feral. It's feral, okay? And that has been trained into them.
Why did
Are
you
those words spelled differently or just pronounced differently?
FEAR? Wait,
Feral.
Can I ask you though? Why did you release them to begin with?
Because I felt like I was asking too much of them. Do you know what I
Did
mean?
they say that?
They can't say that. They're cats, right? And I was like, you know what? They are showing up every morning for the boot camp.
They're ready to work.
delivering. They've, I don't know. I just felt like it was too much to ask, and so I set them free. And then they came back.
What's interesting to me is why you're afraid of that. They want to love you. They want to be there for you.
I'm happy to be loved. I don't want anybody. Listen,
Put themselves out for you.
Yeah.
What they want to.
Because I have a habit of fucking up, all right? And letting the people that I love down.
Is this about August?
It's about it all, okay? It's
Wait,
about
that's a
it
great
all.
Song title.
It's about it all. You
That
can
would be
fart
good.
the
if you want to
musical.
steal that, you can. It's about it all, And so
It's a romance song.
I wanted to let these cats have their own say so, and they've
and they've chosen
That's
you.
right.
So let somebody love you, Desperado.
Well, we're back in action, and so if you see a marauding band of cats, not to worry.
With tiny berets.
With tiny berets and French flags, not to worry, okay?
I feel so much safer.
I think this actually could be a great subject for a musical if you wanted.
Well, Cats have already been done.
Cats, yeah, and Les Mis. That's already been done.
Andrew
But
Lloyd Webber, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber already kind of like conquered the
wonder
whole
if there's
cat.
somebody-
He did cats, he did trains.
I wonder if there's a
Roller skates.
I wonder if there's a Kirby Andrew Lloyd Webber out there or something.
That's what I'm saying. I think there's all sorts of.
So we should band together is what you're saying.
Or
Like these
someone
cats
named like
did.
And fight
Tandrew.
them.
No.
Think there's
let it
somebody
go.
out there
Fight
named
them all.
Tandrew Lloyd Webber?
Probably.
Andrew, yeah.
We
How
gotta-
about your son, August Wilson? How does he feel? There is a legit, very famous playwright out there.
Who's not currently making hits though?
Well, he died.
Right?
He died.
Exactly.
Deadsville.
Yeah.
But
He's
what was it
RIP.
like for August his whole life? Maybe that's why he's so pissed that he won't talk to you anymore.
Listen, I told you why that is. What's cheesing you, Ken?
Well, I posted a Reddit thread a couple days ago, and no one will agree with me on it, and so I'm kind of upset about that because I have this. I don't know if you've ever read any of Leonard talking about how he came up with Hamilton, but he said he went on a vacation and he read a book about Alexander Hamilton and then decided to write a musical.
Got it.
Based on that book. So I have a theory that he had already written a musical about how awesome he is. And then when he read the book, he was just like, oh, I'll just Mad Lib in the names of the founding
see.
fathers
I see.
into it.
Right.
And so what I was trying to say on my Reddit thread, like the most famous line from Hamilton, right? He comes when he first comes on stage, right? Leonard walks out and he goes, "My name is Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton." Right?
Does he say it like that? Does he
just
sing it
that.
like that?
Just like, listen to the soundtrack. That was a
Okay.
pretty good impression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Same amount of
Wow.
syllables.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Actually, there's a missing syllable.
Okay.
It's the exact same. And I think he'd already written that song about himself because he wanted to have a whole musical about how
Right.
awesome he was.
Right.
And then probably like a good friend was like, Leonard, no one's going to do that. No one's going to watch
Yeah.
that show.
So just sub in somebody.
So put someone else's name in. And he's reading that book and he's like, oh, this fits in my song that I already wrote.
But here's the thing,
So
right?
no one on Reddit agrees.
First of all, I don't know who goes on Reddit anymore, but it seems like a lot of text, right?
Oh, it was a long post. And also I had to post wave files of me
Singing it.
Doing it.
and then singing
Nobody wants to
Do you
click
have
on
any
that.
good friends in your
version of
life
it.
that might come to you and say, hey,
Let's let
maybe,
this one go?
Maybe fart theory isn't, or whatever.
Fart proudly.
Yeah, fart proudly isn't a good like subject for a musical.
I haven't finished it yet. You know what I mean? I'm still in the midst.
You haven't shared it with anyone,
I'm in
but
the
you
midst
also
of it.
don't have any friends. Is that correct?
Well, I have 2 step siblings.
Right. Are they friends of yours?
I think we get along most of the
Well,
time.
but who are people that choose to be with you?
Well, my mom.
No, people.
She has to be with
She
you.
has to be with you. Who are people that are
What does that
choosing?
mean? You don't think she chooses to be with me?
Nope.
She has
She's
to.
your
That's her
mom.
job. She's got to take care of you. Who are the people at school that you are eating lunch with?
Well, I have a friend named Frodo. Well, that's just his nickname. It's not his real name.
Because he got hobbit,
What's his
big
real
hobbit
name?
feet.
Bilbo Baggins?
No.
Are you talking about Bill Baggins?
Yeah, but his name's not Bilbo.
Yeah, but is he pissed? I mean, people could think he's like,
Well, that's
you know,
why he
named
goes
after-
by Frodo. But Bill Baggins is not a real person.
No, Bill Baggins, by the way, is living his best life.
Bill
I love
Baggins,
that kid.
He doesn't Google his own name and then see like news stories.
How about this? Don't Google your
Bill
own name.
Baggins.
You live so far from him, too. I mean, I know he's probably coming to Hollywood on the regs for
A
meetings
lot.
and stuff, but I mean, you
Out
live
here writing
he-
Moana songs.
He's not worried
I
about
go to
you.
Moana
He just had
thinking,
another
like,
child.
I get to bask in the Pacific Islands, and then whose voice do I hear?
Yeah. You heard his voice?
Does
Yeah.
he sing on that song?
Of course he does, because he couldn't just write a song for it. He had to sing it.
This
Well, he
seems
makes
like
a lot more money that way, I would think,
Yeah.
right? That's my favorite song on that soundtrack. Can I say that?
Which one? The Hawaiian one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, eh,
Yeah,
we
me
said
too.
a coast to find.
Don't
a
piss him
brand
off.
new
Ken is,
island
like,
everywhere
boiling
we
with
go.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. He can put his name. He puts his name into everything.
What do we do? I guess
We gotta
the
go to
question
break. We
is,
gotta go
too,
to break.
I want people to think about something over the break, which is, what do we do with jealousy?
Can I also say I was tweeting things like, "Hey, the
Love is
sun's
love
going to
is
come
love
up
is love.
tomorrow, so feel good about yourself. Good night." I was tweeting that stuff a long time before
Back
Leonard
when you were
was.
Ken Sadman?
Yeah. He stole my thing. I think he Googled and found me.
This is one of the earliest musical raps.
What was this? No, God, it doesn't make it better.
This is from one of my favorite musicals, Chess. This
from
is
Chess.
not my favorite song in this musical, but
It's not.
One Night in Bangkok, which was
That's
also
from a musical.
also a pop
is,
hit.
yeah.
Is that right?
ABBA wrote most of the songs.
and the farts were noxious. The air was filled with the noxious fumes.
Right? Repurpose it. Repurpose it.
All right, we'll be back soon. Womp it up.
Hey, Wompsters, great news if you're a fan of proper English.
Or if you're just someone who's looking to improve your grammar.
I don't even know how to read. Haha! You can now hear more than 600 archived episodes of Grammar Girl, ad-free, plus monthly bonus episodes exclusively on Stitcher Premium.
Grammar Girl provides short, friendly tips to improve your writing and pique your curiosity about the English language.
Like, how do you read?
All right.
Whether English is your first, second, or third language, Grammar Girl's punctuation, style, and business tips will make you a better and more successful writer.
Go to StitcherPremium.com/grammar and use the promo code WOMP, W-O-M-P, for a free month of Stitcher Premium.
Womp it up! Welcome back to Womp It Up! It's time for everybody's favorite segments.
Listeners love lockdown. You ask, we answer. Again, we are not trained professionals.
Nope.
If we can help, we will.
Great. If we don't help, that's on you.
It might not help you, but we like to tell you what we think. You have questions, and a lot of people are writing in, and we love it. wompupthejams@gmail.com. We are moving through these questions at an alarming rate. Feel free to send in your thoughts.
And by the way, I just want to say again, we would love an update as to what are we calling lovers in Arlington, casual encounter, the two people that have met over their shared love of Womp It Up. I would love an update. Have they met? Are there videos of
It
you
might be a private
having
situation
sex?
happening. Come on, that's not appropriate.
Just JK.
Yeah, it's not appropriate.
I'm saying.
Let's give them their privacy to let that love grow,
But
whatever that is.
also, please share all of the intimate details.
Okay. Here we go. I am a 16-year-old boy from Indiana, and I've just finished the 8th listen through of the Womp It Up collection.
Wow, that's a lot.
A lot of time.
That's a lot of time.
The advice given in Listeners Love Lockdown has given me the confidence to ask out my current boyfriend.
Oh, I love that.
You guys have changed my life.
Oh,
that's very sweet.
Isn't that sweet?
You're my feminist and overall heroes. My question is, why have you, Marissa, gone from proclaiming your love to Sam to never letting him speak? Also, what happened to him when he was taken by Denise? Well, it's spelled Fomst, but we know that her last name was something else. Sincerely, Lil Nicky Lover, a.k.a. Guy Fieri.
You know,
You think it was the real Guy Fieri, or do
No.
you think
He's a 16-year-old boy from Indiana.
okay.
so he's living my life?
He might be named Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri. And if you
guys,
are,
maybe you guys should
hook up.
connect.
I would love that.
Okay.
Honestly, what you need are
you-
some friends.
Are you
Hook
gay,
up.
man?
We go to New York. We fight Guy Fieri and Manuel Miranda in the streets of New York.
Okay.
First of all, Guy Fieri's in Cleveland somewhere having waffle fries with gravy on top of it and bacon bits. So
First of all, hey, I'm so glad that we've given you any kind of strength to go after what you believe in and what you love. And I'm so happy that
Fuck
you
yes, life.
were brave enough to do that. It was already inside of you. You just heard us being weird and it made you feel comfort or something like that.
But
so
yes,
proud of you.
yes.
I hope you continue to put yourself out there.
Okay, I want to address this because actually I was listening because as you know, I black out during most of these podcasts
Yes.
and I don't remember anything
Yes.
that happened or anything
Yes.
that was said. I recently listened to that episode where I screamed, I love you, Sam,
Mm-hmm.
when basically I think all that was left was just his fedora. Is
Right.
that correct?
Right.
And I thought he was dead
Yes.
and I screamed that. Now, I
Yes.
want to be very clear
Yes.
with everybody. When I enter any room, what I think to myself, the first thing I think is, if there was a natural disaster right now, who would I have sex with in this room? I've already thought that
That's the
about the
first thing
three
you
of you.
think.
About the three of you. I've already made that decision, okay? So
Should I do that?
great. Yes, it's a way to live your life. Sure, you want to know if this is my last moment on earth, who do I want inside of me? So I was faced with a decision in that moment, okay? It was high stakes and I screamed out, I love you, Sam, because in that moment, he was the best available option. I had a crazy psychotic person. I have you, Listler, which no offense, but you're more like a mother figure to me. And I had Sam, whose, dong is not really that great, but again, it was there. And so what I want everyone to know is that was me in a very intense moment.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
When I came to, I realized that I don't feel that way about Sam, of course. I find him grating. I find his presence really it's like
Well, I mean, in the last episode, for instance, he
jerked off on my shoulder, which
That
I
was
thought was
inappropriate.
so inappropriate.
However, today he brought us all fresh smoothies.
Which I appreciate.
Can I say it's not that she won't let me talk. In accordance with Megan's law, I'm not supposed to talk a lot.
Okay, so now I know that.
To anyone.
Hey,
Is Megan okay?
I don't know what this is why I don't want him to. I don't know why he flies in. I don't know why. I don't understand where we got him.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he's here.
Well, he's here. So
I feel like in the spirit of full disclosure, I should say that
closure.
disclosure. I should say that that my dong is also not great.
You know what, man? You didn't need to tell me that.
I inherited the sad man dong, and that's something I have to live with.
Which is what?
It just kind of droops.
Even
And
when
the-
it's
the-
Erect?
Even when it's erect, it's like it's fighting to get.
It's like
to
one of
come
those
up, to point up.
you know those plants that
looks
grow
like
on
it's
the side of the
struggling.
road that like are incribly long.
Is it
and
too long? Is
once
that
they get
it?
to
You
the
know
top,
how
they tip over and
is-
fall down.
Like a bougainvillea.
I've never heard of
goes
a dick
up.
described as a bougainvillea.
Well, that's the sad man dong. It
seems
goes
like-
up and then it kind of droops forward at the tip.
Is that
Like
because
the head is heavy? Heavy lies the head.
That's
The
your
head.
musical. Heavy lies the head.
So
Kind of
the
an O Calcutta like nude musical.
sure? I mean,
Can just use what.
so do you have to prop it up, or is it so?
Well, once you get going, it kind of like there's not very much time that you need to
have
be
to-
erect, and the penis needs to support itself. So
You just have to get the tip in,
that's right.
and then the rest of it will do its business.
I guess, but like that is a
At
bummer.
the right angle, it might be a benefit.
I don't know. If I saw a dong coming at me and it had a real sad, like an elephant's trunk feel to it,
Yeah.
that would bum me out.
If you imagine like a bougainvillea, and then at the bottom of the bougainvillea is 2 garbage bags with watermelons in them. That's
What
kind
it
of
looks
what
like.
it
Your balls
looks
are
like.
enormous.
in relation to because a
The tip
bougainvillea
is
is
the
pretty.
watermelons or the.
No, the testicles.
So you're thinking
Are
what?
like and everything's struggling. Like the bags are pulled taut and the.
Heavy lays the head of a man with a sad man. Penis? Okay.
So that's and that is interesting because for so many generations that's passed down. And what's interesting to
right.
me is that evolution hasn't changed that, hasn't
he's
selected
not
out of that.
reproducing.
Well, and with
but
this
I came-
attitude, he never will.
I came from a sad man dong.
That's true.
My father.
your father's
used
father.
his-
Work out with your mother.
No, but I don't think that was because of the dong.
Let's answer one more question. We'll get
Okay.
into spotlight on,
Okay.
and we don't have much time, so let's get to it, and then we'll get to it. All right, dear listener, over the past couple of years, I've had some traumatic things happen in my life that put me in a deep depression.
All right.
I put love on the back burner.
Got it.
During that time, perhaps as a way to cope, I gained weight.
Okay.
I would like someone in my life now and met a guy online. We have been getting to know each other for 2 months. He's so smart, funny, and we can carry a conversation, which
loving
has
to hear
been
this.
rare for me in the past.
Okay.
We are going to dinner next week. Now, this podcast won't air until well after, unless we want to reroute this podcast and have it air earlier so she can hear this.
Why don't we email her?
We're going to email you.
In addition.
Okay, we'll email you prior to your date. But basically, I'm very nervous he won't like my body. He has seen photos and they are accurate, but I'm still self-conscious. Any tips for confidence when you haven't really been keeping it right or tight? How does Marissa have such confidence with an upside-down muffin body, not so hot in Cleveland?
This is interesting because I spoke about this earlier,
Yeah.
about how I could have let this affect me,
Yes,
right?
what excuses?
Okay. First of all, I want to applaud this woman because
Yes.
she is having a comeback. Okay.
Yes.
It's not a go back. It's not go back to what things were like before this trauma happened. She's saying, I've lived through this and I'm emerging better, fierce like a phoenix, rising from a flame.
That's right.
Okay. And
Hey, you!
And I'd also like to say, we were recently watching some Oprah vids,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I was saying, not once. Oprah's weight fluctuates wildly, right? You never see Oprah and think to yourself, oh God, she's looking a little heavier now. She's always dressing in her shape. For her shape, she's wearing beautiful colors. So it is all about the confidence. And I basically
The
feel
confidence in where you are right now.
and making that the
Not
best
a
of that.
projection, because we all have things that we would like to change, wish we could change, wish we're different, wish we're younger, wish we're, not so long, or tips of our penises that weren't so, flaccid.
Right, or heavy, but heavy is the head. So what I feel like is go out and buy yourself something beautiful that you feel beautiful in. Ask the sales lady for help. When I go to Dick's Sporting
Don't go to
Goods,
Rodeo Drive.
No, but when I go
Big
to Dick's,
mistake.
when I go to Dick's Sporting Goods, I always ask somebody on the floor, which Umbros, give me a selection.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Which tank tops, which
Absolutely.
mesh tank tops are going to look best
Yes.
on me. And then you go in there and you say to yourself, I've got my ride or dies with me because we're going to be there with you in spirit. And we
Yes.
think you're fucking phenomenal.
We sure do.
And we applaud you for being brave. And Ken, I hope you're listening because this is a person who's taking tragedy and turning it into a triumph.
That's right.
Okay?
You've got the information. You're connecting and you're vibing on so many levels. All right? We believe in you. And
Ken,
so
do you
will
have
he.
anything to add?
Well, I was just going to say, my first thought was take your face and put it on other people's pictures. But
That's not helpful.
she's already sent pictures that are accurate.
Yes.
And so
Because you got to be yourself.
You got to be yourself. What
gotta
else do you
show
have?
up
that's
as
kind of what I'm taking away
yourself.
from it.
Is what?
Well, I'm willing to make a change and to throw away those pictures.
Great.
Because I
like
think
that.
I think the act of burning him alive in picture form will be cathartic for me as I ramp up toward joining with Guy Fieri and going to New York
right.
to battle him.
I really
none
want to
of
make
this
a
is gonna be
connection.
good. All right.
All right.
Let's get into Spotlight on, okay?
All right. I'm afraid it's like when you scratch the surface of something and you just find more crap underneath it. When
Yeah.
you
Like a lotto ticket.
exactly. All right, I'm gonna do my best though. I'm gonna do my best. Ken. Oh God, is this Hamilton?
No, I don't own that.
Okay.
This is the Forrest Gump suite.
Thank you. You're like
Why
the first person I've ever met who doesn't
the
own
fuck
Hamilton.
I
do
haven't
you
heard one
own?
song.
Why do you own the Forrest Gump suite?
I can't believe you're asking me that question.
Forrest Gump is a touchstone for you?
Absolutely.
Why?
Sobbed through that entire movie.
What?
Multiple times.
Wait,
You can
is that
thank
why
Alan
you
Silvestri for that. This is his work.
Silvestri, oh my God.
is that why every birthday of yours we go to Bubba Gump Shrimp on the pier?
Yeah, I mean, it's as close as we can get. You know how I love shrimps.
I did meet a girl once named Silvestri Stallone.
I don't know why you haven't found
Married
her.
that woman.
Yes.
Because she might be
you're
the
14.
only woman.
He's 14.
Silvestri Manuel Miranda.
All right, get
That's-
into it. Get into it.
Okay, Ken, where's your dad? Your real dad, where is he?
He took a job in heaven.
How old were you when he took that job?
I was 6.
And we're talking about upstairs heaven. We're not talking about like that scent store, Heaven Scent, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Did
He got a job offer. My mom said he got a job offer, and it was a really good job offer, and so he had to take it.
So he's passed away?
I don't know.
Were you there when he got that job offer?
No,
Did
I
you
wasn't.
see it happen?
No, it had been a few days, and I was like, Mom, where's Dad? And then she told me that he'd taken a job in heaven.
And then did you ever speak about it to her again?
I asked some details about what kind of job, but I don't really understand. He did something. It was something with phones.
What do you
Something
mean?
with phones?
What did he do before he took this job?
Stuff with phones.
So he did the same thing in heaven.
But I think it was like a better job.
And
She
as
said he didn't have to worry anymore.
Oh my God, this is so sad.
now,
Ken,
as a 14-year-old, you understand the concept of death?
This is the music when he stands under the tree.
how the fuck do you know that? Guys, you gotta stop watching. This movie is not good.
It is good.
No, it isn't good.
You ever seen it?
You know what's interesting
Jenny
is
dies.
in this
Lie to
movie,
me about.
Jenny
No.
dies of AIDS, and then he stands under the tree.
There we go.
in this movie, he actually inserts himself in a lot of different historical scenes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about sex.
He does that too.
Much like you.
Inserts himself in Jenny.
I don't want to see that.
That's how he makes a kid.
He's like a child. He shouldn't be. Listen, Robin Wright's never looked better, even when she's dying of AIDS. We digress.
I don't know where to go with that.
It's such a the saddest moment in Forrest Gump is when the son is born and he says to the nurse, he goes, "Is he?" And she goes, "He's fine," because he's worried that his son's going to be dumb like him.
The saddest moment is you not understanding what getting a job in heaven means, Ken. Your daddy's dead.
What?
What? God. What? I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry, Ken.
Why would you say that?
Ken, he's dead. He's dead, Ken. I'm sorry, but he is. And you have to stop living your life in a lie. In denial. Face the fact that daddy's never coming home because he's dead as a doornail and make the next choice, Ken.
You said my mom doesn't choose to be my friend, and now you said my dad is dead? You don't even know my parents.
Ken,
Why are you being so
because
mean?
somebody has to, okay?
We got to wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Ken, I'm so
Let's
sorry.
wrap it up.
Ken, I'm so sorry. We're out of time, but I want to thank you for joining us. We really hope we helped today. We hope we helped today, and we can't wait to see what comes next for you. Good luck on everything. And, you know, guys, sometimes I think to myself at night, have I helped someone today? And the answer is undoubtedly yes. Sometimes we got to hear harsh truths.
He's really crying.
Oh, I know.
All right.
Good.
Well,
Is he rapping or is that coming out of his butt?
I don't know. I think it's a combo of both.
All right, you know what? Through great pain comes great art.
That's
so
true.
I can't wait to see what comes up for you, Ken.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
All right, everybody, womp it up! Ken, knock it off. Nobody wants to hear a man cry on my podcast.
I'm okay.
Ken.
Hi, my name's Matt Gorley.
My name is Mark McConville.
And we do a podcast called Pistol Shrimps Radio.
Every Tuesday night, the Pistol Shrimps play basketball. They're a women's team in the recreational leagues here in Los Angeles, California.
And we bring a table, some microphones, and our very selves to call play-by-play basketball action.
Mostly we talk about what we want to talk about
Right.
while basketball's happening, but
Because-
occasionally there's action that needs to be reported on, and we do that.
But we don't know anything about sports, so if you are not a sports person, good. If you are, good. This thing's literally made for every human being on this, our planet.
Listen to Pistol Shrimps Radio every Wednesday on Earwolf. Get it?
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.
Hey everybody, it's Paul Scheer.
And I'm Amy Nicholson.
And we have a brand new podcast called Unspooled, where we are watching the 100 greatest films of all time.
Voted on by the AFI. We're going to be starting at number 1, Citizen Kane, jumping to number 100 with Ben-Hur, and doing films that we've never even watched before.
And we'll be talking to experts, whether it's a cinematographer or a stuntman. We're going to get behind these movies and figure out what makes them so great. So if you like the way this sounds, why don't you subscribe right now to Unspooled, wherever you listen to your podcast.